So I'm here today to film the Anything But Books tag, which I wasn't going to film because I thought that no one would actually care about who I was outside of what I read and what I thought about what I was reading. But Sylvia from Sylvia K was nice enough to tag me, so I was like, you know what, let's do this because I haven't been reading much and original content is just not, it just isn't really happening right now. So let's get into it. Question 1 says to name a cartoon that you love, and I'm just gonna go super basic here. I like Hayao Miyazaki films, so your whole Nausicaa, Valley of the Wind, Spirited Away kind of thing, and then I like Disney Pixar. There you go. I like Beauty and the Beast. Number 2 is what is your favorite song right now? And I'm not the kind of person who will actually find a song and listen to it. I don't even know the names of most of the songs that I listen to, because I normally do is I'll find an artist or a playlist and I'll just play it and I won't even know what song it is or artist or whatever. And so what I have been listening to for the last year obsessively is Lindsay Sterling, and she's a YouTuber and she basically just plays violin, but she does it to pop music, or it's not too pop music, but it's intense violin. Can you tell that I don't know anything about music? And I've just been listening to her every morning on my commute while I read or think or whatever for the last very long time. So name a Lindsay Sterling song, and I've probably been listening to it lately. Number 3 is what could you do for hours that isn't reading? I feel like the right answer here is studying. So I can do that for hours. Do I do it for hours? No, not very often, but I can. I like to take walks. So I live in the city, so I don't often really get to go out in nature, but if I'm somewhere where there's nature, like a forest or whatever, I love hiking. I love being by the water. I could just be in nature for hours if I could just find it, and if I didn't live in a concrete jungle. Other than that, I could watch television, watch YouTube, write, but primarily I don't really do anything for hours unless it is reading or sleeping. So number four is something you love to do that your followers would be surprised by, and this is kind of out there. Nails. I haven't really done them in a while. Mine haven't really looked good in a very long time because I cut them all off and they look horrible right now. But a while back, for years, I was really, really into painting my nails. So my nails were long and really nice, and they'd be super well painted, and I did some nail art. I had a blog at one point. I deleted that a long time ago and it'll never see the light of day again, but yeah, I still really like to do people's nails. That's a thing. Number 5 is your favorite unnecessarily specific thing to learn about. It's probably just related to books, honestly. I love to learn about literary theory and the history of literature and different books and author biographies and just random fun facts about literature. I'm kind of obsessed with. I'm interested in lots of things. I like to learn about religion, so the nitty-gritties of different kinds of religions and theologies, history. I really like biographies. I guess that's kind of unnecessarily specific, but I'm really interested, if I'm interested in some kind of person, or historical figure, I love to just find out every detail of their life. Number 6 is something unusual that you know how to do. I can read quickly. It's not, because as I was thinking about this, I was I have no talents aside from reading quickly, and that's not even supersonic speed. I just read faster than most people and retain information, so I guess that's a thing. Yeah, that's all I can do. That's the only gift I have. 7 is to name something that you've made in the last year, this YouTube channel. Aside from that, I went vegan recently, and before that, I'd never cared about cooking or baking, in the slightest at all, ever. But then it's the second I went vegan, I was ooh, let me start baking things, let me start cooking things. So in the last month and a half or month or 2 months, however long it's been, I've baked muffins, I made cupcakes, I made brownies, really, really bad brownies, oh my god, unbelievably bad brownies. But I made actual food, I learned how to make mashed potatoes, which is actually a legitimate accomplishment for me. So yeah, I've made a lot of food. Before that, I could only make toast. Salad, I could make salad. I made really bad salads though, so it barely even counts. Anyway, number 8 is your most recent personal project. So I have a writing project that I'm working on right now. So, but that came after my YouTube channel, but on also my YouTube channel, because this is a personal project, and what is this, 2 months old? So yeah. Number 9 is to tell you what I think about often, and my mind will go in one of 2 directions. The first of which being worrying about something, because I'm a really stressed out, really, I'm an anxious person, and so oftentimes if I'm just sitting and I'm relaxed, and I'll just be thinking about the future, so I'll kind of just plot out the immediate future. So I'll think about, okay, today I'm gonna do this, this, and this, or it's soon this will happen, and I just kind of like to contextualize things. So I think about what just happened, or what will happen, or what I'm going to do, or what I just did, or whatever. I just kind of contextualize and worry. So that's number 1. And then if I'm not doing that, then I'll be thinking probably about I feel I just think about books a lot. So I think about the books I'm reading, or stories and what they mean to people, and I just think about books. It's either books, worry, or like theology. I sometimes think about theology, especially in the last few months. Just things like I just process the things I've learned about religion and I think about them and digest. Yeah, but in reality it's just like either I'm stressed or I'm thinking about the book I'm reading. Very complicated, you can tell. Number 10 is to give you something that's my favorite, but make it oddly specific. So my favorite thing to do when I'm stressed is, okay, so normally if I'm stressed, I'm at school or the area where my school is, so I'll go to a coffee shop first. So something like, I'm in Canada, something like Second Cup, or if I have to, I'll go to Starbucks or some independent coffee shop, doesn't matter. But I'll go to a coffee shop, I'll get coffee, a lot of coffee, get some kind of food, maybe a cookie, something nice, and I'll sit and I'll like maybe be on my phone, maybe reading, maybe just like sitting and staring into space and trying to calm down. But I'll drink my coffee, I'll eat my food, then I'll go to BMV, which is this used bookstore that we have in Canada, and I'll just kind of look at books for a really, really, really long time. Like I'll just look at them and I'll probably get a few. It'll all come out to like the cost to be really low because it's BMV and everything's cheap. And then by then I'll basically just be in some kind of zoned out, like happy, blissed out book state, so then I can just go home. Or my alternative is if it's all gone really, really bad, is I'll go downtown, I'll get frozen yogurt, and then I'll go to BMV. That's my routine. I'm just like, food, books, good, done. The last thing is to say any random thing that pops into your head, a sine graph. Because I was doing, I have a test tomorrow in like trigonometry and functions and things, so I was just looking at a lot of sine graphs today, and there you go. I just saw one in my mind. Nice little starts at 0, keeps going. Anyway, so that was my anything but books tag. Hopefully this wasn't too awkward to watch because I'm like, if it's not books, then I feel awkward when I'm talking about it. All my interests are just centered around books. But yeah, again, thank you Sylvia for tagging me. If you like this tag, then obviously just do it by yourself. Like, I just film things and I feel like they're cool to do. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.